Jocko. Have had discipline equals freedom audio on repeat since its release.
Check.
And I love it. Question. If our greatest strength is our greatest weakness, then how is discipline, which is obviously your strength, your greatest weakness?
First of all, I don't know if discipline would be my greatest strength. I don't know. I mean, I'm a disciplined person.
Yeah.
No doubt. But I think that one of the things that people would find interesting is that I'm not overly orderly. Mm-hmm. So if you think about those like psychological characteristics, one of them is extreme orderliness, which normally goes hand in hand with highly disciplined people. Yeah. You know those people that are they're just ultra highly disciplined, but they have to have everything. They're OCD. Yeah, they're OCD orderly, right? Yeah. And I'm not like that about a lot of things. I am about some things, but like it's pretty funny actually. My floor in my garage where I work out is not clean, right? It's got salt stains on it from sweat.
Salt. Oh yeah.
And it's dirty, right? And occasionally I'll get someone say, "You should clean that floor," or "Hey man, you should clean that floor, man. That's nasty." But it's totally functional, right? Mm-hmm. And my point is that I don't freak out about it. It's functional. It doesn't bother me at all that it's not perfectly orderly. This also means that I don't mind when things don't go as planned, right? So a lot of times you get people that are the high end of disciplined. Yeah, they're too far. They're not balanced. Yeah. So now when things don't go the way that they've planned things to go, they start to lose it a little bit. They can't deal with it. They want to have everything in order all the time. And I'll tell you, that's not the way life works. That's certainly not the way combat works. But that's not the way life works. And I don't really mind that. I don't mind chaos. So I would say probably if you look at discipline as a strength, I think that would be generally considered the weaknesses of being hyper disciplined is that you can't stand when things are not in order. Yeah. You can't stand like I missed a workout. This is you freak out completely. Like okay, I don't like missing a workout, but I don't lose my mind over it. Yeah. Now, all that being said, I would say that I am a very much a creature of habit, and I do like to do the same things over and over again. I don't like to travel. Even though I have to travel all the time, I'd rather stay home. I pretty much eat the same food all the time and go to the same 3 or 4 restaurants all the time. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I like to follow routine as much as I can. It's even in jiu-jitsu. I do the same basic movements all the time. I have the same, I've talked about like a funnel. Like everywhere that you go with me, it's going to lead to where I want you to be because I'm going to use those same moves. I surf the same spots all the time. So I guess for me, the way that discipline is weakness or whatever for me is that I could be fairly boring and predictable.
Yeah, for other people.
Yeah,
like other people.
Yeah, like people say, "Hey, you want to go try this thing?" And I'm like, "Oh no,
not really,
not really."
Yeah,
don't really want to.
I think you're right about that though.
Yeah.
Because I'm the same thing. Even
are you the same way?
Exact same way, bro. Like I'm not gonna
highly disciplined, Echo Charles.
Well, I'm not highly disciplined. I mean, but like the same stuff, like over and over again. It was funny. I eat sushi.
Weird? I don't even like new movies.
Oh dang! Okay,
we're not the same. Like, oh, you know what? I haven't had time to watch movies for a long time. Yeah. But when I used to watch movies, it'd be like, oh, okay, I'm going to watch Big Lebowski again.
Yeah. Well, I have that kind too, I think. But Big Lebowski is the kind of movie that, okay, so movies are different. I'm not going to go into the whole thing about this, but there's two types of two types of movies in this situation. There's movies that are like, oh, awesome, good storyline, maybe a great reveal at the end or twist or whatever, and it's like good story. And then there's like the type of movie that's just a series of good parts where the story doesn't really matter that much. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's junk, but it's less about that. It's more about the good parts. It's like, oh, this part and this part. That's how the Big Lebowski is. Like, it's just a series of really good parts.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I think they're both awesome, but the ones that have
what was the other one?
Just the storyline's awesome.
Okay.
You know, like I don't know, I can't think of anything on the top of my head, but Big Lebowski is one of those. You know, like Napoleon Dynamite. Right?
Yeah.
Like that's another one. It's just a bunch of good parts. Who cares about what happens at the end? In fact, you probably forget. Really, I mean, you remember what happens at the end, but as far as the storyline, you don't really care. But you'll watch it over and over because all the parts are funny or good or whatever. And then, like Point Break, for example. I know we talked about
the
that
first
last
Point
time.
Break.
Yeah. That's a series of great parts. Like the surfing part, the skydiving part, all the parts, they're just really fun. I mean, sure, the story is good. It's cool. It's fine. We'll say that, but that's not the point. The point is anyway.
Jack.
Back to the point though is, when we were talking about like being repetitive, like the same thing over and over.
Being boring. I'm boring.
Yeah. Because so I'm like that, right? Where I eat a lot of sushi all the time. And there's a sushi restaurant within walking distance of my house. Like, it's like borderline. I drive. But I go there like, not as much now. I'll probably go like maybe 3 times a week now. But there is a point where I was going 5 to 6 days a week, for real. And there'd be times where I'd go more than once in a day. Yeah.
Dang.
So, of course, they just love us, me, and my brother goes too. So, yeah, they just love me in there. Who's like, again, we're just probably responsible for a significant portion of their revenue. My wife, she's not like that.
Oh, she likes the different. That's the same.
Yeah, she like variety and whatever. And so
my wife will say, let's say we're gonna go out for dinner.
Yeah.
Let's try something different.
Yeah.
I said, okay. Tell me where.
and
she knows I'm not gonna like anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we just go to Old Faithfuls.
Yeah. So at least you have a few like different spots.
3 or 4.
I have 2, and they're both sushi places. So it's like,
interesting.
And it goes for like what we do too during the weekend. It's like really repetitive.
Yeah.
My wife uses the word Groundhog Day plenty, like a lot too.
Speaking of great movies,
another one, great parts, a bunch of great parts. But really, who cares at the end? Like the story. What's that movie really about? What's the story about that movie? You don't know.
Yeah, I totally know. I've seen it a bunch of times.
Like what? You got to be nice to the girl so the Groundhog Day stops. Like,
I don't know what the moral of the story.
It doesn't even make sense. It's not good, but it's a good movie. Anyway, so that was the point I was making with the movie thing. But yeah, so my point is with this is that, you will be boring because my wife thinks I'm boring in that way. Where it's like, it's just the same old every single time. I'm like, bro, I love the same old. She's like, I want to travel. I want to go on to this all-inclusive thing or whatever. I'm like, well, let's just stay home.
Yeah.
Like, this is like way better, and so I think you're right. I think that might be. But so if you think discipline isn't your biggest strength, what do you think your biggest strength is?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I have any real big strengths.
You know what I think it is? I think it's arguable, maybe discipline. Yeah, maybe not. But you know what I think?
Actually.
Balance?
Yep.
No, man, you're imbalanced.
Nope.
You're pretty balanced?
Yep.
You know what I think it is?
What?
And you told it to me, too.
Oh.
You're durable.
Oh, in terms of physical?
I think even mental, too, though. That's the thing. Like, you're like a durable person. You know how, like, people, like, you've told me stories, obviously when I'm going to them, but you told me stories about someone who made like huge mistakes, with you, and you like handle it, and it doesn't seem like it like bothers you, like that kind of stuff that like.
Yeah, no, I do. And to me, I guess that's balance to me.
Yeah.
But to me, balance is, it's also boring. Right? Because I don't go far in one direction or far in the other direction. I don't get extreme about this or extreme about that. I think that's what has been good for me.
Yeah.
Was I never freaked out about stuff much.
Yeah, some stuff. That makes sense.